Good morning, beautiful people. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Harry Jones is somewhere floating around in the ether. Welcome to Lovebabz, LoveTalk. It is Wednesday. You know, the middle of the week. Hump day. And the eve of the weekend. How's everybody doing? Hey, Mike Twitty, if you're listening, I know you're out there riding somewhere or has school started yet. Hello to everybody who tunes in and listens in on their drive time. I hear y'all, and I don't control the Facebook page. Harry does, so sometimes I don't get to see all the folks that say hi or chime in or whatever. But I do after the fact, and I appreciate you. So thank you very, very much for listening, and thank y'all for popping by and always telling me you listen. I appreciate you greatly. All is well. I can't complain. I was looking at an ad for a store I shop in. I haven't done any shopping in a very long time because I shut that all down during the pandemic. But anyway, I saw a thing on work clothes, and I'm thinking, I don't think I have any work clothes. Like if I had to go in somebody's office and work, I don't know what I would put together. All my clothes are very leisurely and easy. Now I know there are people out there who think I've got some style, but really, I just go for comfort. I'm a girl for comfort. That's why although I wish I could go back to wearing high heels, the reality is that's never gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Even if I get when I get the second hip done, when I get the right hip done, I'm not so sure. It's a fantasy. I'm a hold the fantasy in case you see me out there trying to prance. In case you see me trying to do a little something. I'm gonna do what I do, but most part I'm in easy wearing shoes. And I love summer because I love wearing sandals. I love sticking my feet in a pair of sandals. I do. That's why I have to live someplace where it's warm all year round. You know, a good pair of orthotic flip-flops. And I do mean orthotic flip-flops. That's all I wear. I don't buy cheap flip-flops. You're not going to see me in a pair of little old cheap flip-flops unless I have no choice. Unless that time I was in New York and I had on high heels and my feet hurt me so bad, I had to run into one of the bodegas and buy me a cheap pair of flip-flops because my feet kill me. But other than that, I'm a comfort. I like style. Don't get me wrong, stylish. You won't see me prancing around in 3-4 inch heels. These I think are behind me. If you do see it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't see it happening. So anyway, I say that to say work clothes. And I'm sure all those that are going back to work now are like, hey, what did I used to wear before this pandemic? What was I putting on? So everybody's rethinking their closets at the moment. I know they are. Because you've been in muumuus and yoga pants and tank tops and no bras and just easy breezy things, right? House dresses and house coats, and honest to God, I feel you. I feel everything about it. So yeah, we're gonna do what we do. But I know there are people sitting around thinking, God, I gotta figure out some work clothes. I don't know what made me think of that. It just struck me as funny when I saw it. It's like, work clothes? Like these are work, like I'm in a caftan. This is work clothes. And it's very pretty. Very pretty, very pretty. So Red Kev came by the porch yesterday and hung out. I'm telling you, the porch is becoming its own little talk show, reality show, whatever you want to call it. We got some things that are going to be on and popping. I'm going to have some folks on the porch. And I gotta think of a name. I'm thinking On the Porch with Babz, or On the Porch, or Porching. I don't know. We figure it out. I like thinking of stuff like that. So it'll take me a little while to sort of get the rhythm, but I will get the rhythm, uh, and we will see. We will see. You ever buy one of these scratch tickets and you don't understand how it works? I have a scratch ticket, and I swear to God, I gotta read the back of it or read. I don't get it. Okay, so I think maybe I won. I don't know. Maybe you got to win two numbers or one number. I don't know. I don't know how this works. So I got to see the ticket. Okay. So this is what it says. Scratch your numbers to reveal 18 numbers. I did that. Scratch the bonus numbers to reveal two additional numbers. I did that. Now scratch the matching numbers on each of the stars in the play area. Match all the numbers in a connected line and win that prize for that line. Each line plays separately. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so I won $3. Right. I won $3. I see that. This is a little janky doing this. They can put these numbers in some kind of order. Then you gotta like go around and look. My God. Did I win anything? No. I won $3. I won $3. I wish I would have won $5. That would have been cool. Okay, so I won $3, not $10. Let's see. I see a no, I just won $3. Okay, yay! I guess. So I was looking at the somebody sent me the front page of the New York Post. You know, the New York Post has no shade for nobody. No shade, nobody. Can I just tell you? So they have a huge picture of the New York Post today. Um, is at the end of his grope. Creep out, Governor Cuomo finally resigns. I don't know if you can see it on my phone. But there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. I was like, the New York Post. I don't I don't know. Whoever the editor is at the Post that co-signs these front pages. Oh, oh my God, it just cracks me up. They have no shade. And they've been hella all kinds of inappropriate through the years. Like they started with inappropriate stuff. So, it just goes, I don't even know if there's a line for them. They just go right up to whatever. Anyway, I see you, New York Post. New York Post. And I know he's got to be mad about it because, the Post is everywhere, right? I mean, it's still a paper. And they're everywhere. If I'm sure if people could say there's one paper that could go away, that would be the one they would want to go away. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Oh, there it is. There it is. Thanks, Harry. Oh my God, at the end of his group. I'm telling you, the New York Post got no shade. None. I know he's stomping around the mansion because he got to be out in 14 days, then girlfriend takes over. And I know she was like, what? I gotta be the governor now? That's why I was like, when you take that lieutenant governor gig, you better be ready because you never know what will befall a sitting governor. Scandal, death, all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, we've seen it here in Connecticut when Jody Rail had to take over for Roland. And nobody wanted that, but she stepped in there with her grandmotherly self and handled it, and then got reelected. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So yeah. Be ready. So she's gonna be the first woman governor of New York. I hear she's trying to pull together a cabinet. But listen, you know, that's a call you make as soon as, because I hope he told her, I hope he gave her a heads up, like, listen, Lieutenant Governor, I'm about to bounce. It's all you. Like, I hope she didn't have to hear it like everybody else, you know, at the press conference. Then she got to haul ass to a phone and pull a team together to get people in place to do, you know, so that the continuity of governing remains steady. Saying, just saying. So we'll see, shall see. But I'm just saying, she got to pull together a team. I'm sure she's pulling together a team, and I'm sure people are in the wings waiting for their chance. It's your chance. Be ready. So, New York, it's a hell of a place. Oh, New York, it's a hell of a town. There you go. So, yeah, just paying attention, just paying attention. Okay, so the Senate okays the Dems 3.5 trillion budget. Let's get these roads built. Let's get these roads built. Infrastructure. Woo! I wish that, you know what? Here's some other foolishness. I hope Twitter does ban Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is like a dummy. I don't understand her. And the people that support her, they just celebrate this dumbness. And I don't understand it for the life of me. Who would send their kids to school to be that stupid? Nobody. And yet here she is. And she just says the most ridiculous things. And I'm thinking, are you just reading? Why are you reading? You even read? Yes. And you know, I know Harry doesn't like to call people ignorant or whatever, but I do. I don't mind it, because if the dunce hat fits, wear it. He's a clown. And it's embarrassing. You know what it is? That's what it is. It's in her kind of stupidity is embarrassing. You know, it's one thing to like, okay, you don't really know because you don't have access to knowledge or information. I get it. Okay. But she does. You, girl, are part of the congressional leadership. You got people that can get real information to you in a moment's notice. And I know you have a damn smartphone, so you can actually look up truthful things. She's stupid. And all the people that follow her are stupider. Stupider a word? Can you say stupider? I'm an editor of a newspaper. I don't know. I've never ran stupider. But I'm telling you, he's stupid. And I mean that in all the ways that you call somebody stupid. I don't get her. I just don't. You know, first, you know, I mean, it's always some mess with her. And they just go too far with this on this Trump bandwagon. He'll say anything and they just go with it. I don't understand these people. I don't understand it. Don't get it. Get it. Don't get it. See. Gotta figure out some other. Oh yeah, so the new governor, the soon to be new governor is her name is Kathy Hochul. I don't know anything about her, but there's a piece in the New York Times about her. I'm not gonna read it now. So they've got the list of the 19 GOP senators who defied Trump by voting for this $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Trump is like, I don't even want to insult Darth Vader by saying Trump is like Darth Vader, because Darth Vader, he He has some swag. Trump is he's just a petty asshole. And the fact that, and they just beholden to him because he'll say anything to hold on to those 43 million votes. There's 43 million people that voted for this clown. 43. That is one big ass circus. That is one hell of a circus. 43 million people voted for this asshole. So, I was like, okay. So they're gonna hold on to him because they want those votes. That's all this is. They cannot stand him. Let's be clear. But 43 million votes, that's the most votes any Republican has ever gotten in history of voting. Now, mind you, the Democrats outvoted them by like 47 million votes. But we're not talking about the Democrats. We're talking about these raggedy ass Republicans, and who are willing to destroy their party, which they are doing a pretty good job of doing. But anyway, I'm just saying, I think they should ban her Twitter account, get her off there. Somebody else too. Rand Paul, he got in trouble too. He tried to put a video of something about masks that wasn't true, like with some made up thing. They snatched it down, like, you can't run this. Come on, you're better than this. Because he's trying to say that masks don't work in a state where their hospitals are overrun. Masks don't work. I'm sorry. In the movies, Harry, when the aliens come, they try everything. Nobody says this is not going to work. You know what they say? Oh, let's just try it. They try it. There's some people who get a little pissed off in the movies, but in the movies, Harry, they come around at the last minute. The naysayers come around.
By the way, stupider may not be a word, but it fits her.
And it is. It does, Harry.
And
I don't get her. Do you get her? I don't get her.
No, she's out there. And just, to make it worse for you, Trump actually got 74 million votes.
Okay.
And Biden got 81 million.
Oh, I knew it was some number like that, but okay.
So it's even crazier, right now. 47, 74 million.
Okay, so
that
was more than I even imagined, but okay.
It was a historic election.
Yeah, for a lot of reasons. Well, for that many votes so it's safe to say, Harry, people can't vote in this country.
It was a historic election. That's the most votes. Biden got the most votes that anybody's ever gotten. And Trump got the most votes that any Republican's ever gotten. Well,
yeah, that's what I said.
He's gotten the second most votes.
And that's why they're holding on to him, because they like that.
So yeah.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, Harry, these governors got to come up off this banning these masks. I don't understand that, Harry. At this point, when your hospitals are overrun and they're saying we're starting to turn people away. They're like a day away from turning people away. And you want to tell people, if I catch you in a mask, I'm going to fine you. I saw the guy on the MSNBC. He was like, do we really want to be fining people for wearing masks? Like, what is that going to do? Like, are we really going to overrun jails with people about masks? And I was just like, according to these. So the government sent Florida some ventilators because they've used all their ventilators in their state. And I just feel like now is the time that people really have to. If you never had your own thought about this, now would be the time. Now would be the time to say, you know what? I know what my leanings are, but I'm gonna put a mask on.
Well, I saw some health director or something in Texas who he said 19 districts, right, of a lot of hospitals, and they only had 2 beds available. That's crazy. So it's like,
Harry,
he's like, 2 beds. You understand what that means? There's 2 beds available.
Yeah, like, you know what that means? Like, you know what? You might as well just go home.
And I think Texas is ordering, basically it's like when COVID was at its worst, they're ordering all surgeries suspended and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's why I'm hoping. I'm trying to get to September, Harry. Like, don't start that mess here in New Haven.
yeah, bad is bad. And I saw an epidemiologist yesterday talking about that this virus definitely looks like it wasn't made in a lab because it's incredibly smart. It's jumping all the hurdles.
I don't care if it's made in the lab or not. I think what I care about at this point is that we have already opened the door to what pandemics would look like in the future. We have got to be prepared. There have got to be some national protocols that are unquestioned across the board, so that we're not doing what we're doing now. I'm the governor of this state, and I don't want to mandate. I don't want to mandate.
No, but what he was saying is just that expected the next variant to be worse than
you think
Delta.
You think so, Harry?
That this thing is just getting smarter. It's not.
Listen, it's like Jaws.
Crazy.
Remember how Jaws just started? It got you in the water. Then it started paying attention. Then it started jumping on the boat. Yes, I'm telling you, I am quite concerned about this. And if we can't even get our arms around simple stuff like masks. And you know, Harry, honest for nothing, we've seen Asian people wear masks years before this thing even showed up. Yeah. You've seen Asian people all over the place, especially on Yale's campus. Asian folks, they be in a mask in the winter, whatever, because they know. Like, I come from a country where it's 1 billion people. Germs are everywhere. I'm a mask up. I just feel like we're just losing this battle. And it just seems so unnecessary. That's the part that kills me. I'm like, Harry, it's a mask. They're not asking you to put on a whole full-on outfit, right? You know how you want the government to give us a whole full-on outfit? People will fight you for that. They'll be like, no, I'm not wearing that. It's a mask.
I'll take the outfit.
Me too, Harry, at this point. I'll take the outfit too, Harry. And we'll wash it every day if I have to. Spray it down, air it out, whatever I gotta do.
And that's the thing that bothers me. Okay, so yeah, we have the capability of washing our stuff every day and stuff, but there's so many people who don't have that, and they're reusing. Like, look, I have boxes of disposable masks, because you know me, somebody tells me I need masks, I got a hoard a bunch of them. So I got boxes of masks and everything. I have tons of cloth masks that we use them. We just toss them in the hamper. We can rotate stuff. There are plenty of people who don't. And I think the focus needs to be on that, because if you're going to mandate masks, I hate to see people, especially young children, who are wearing dirty masks.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
Because they can't replace them, because they don't have.
Well, then that's on the school, Harry. They should every morning, because when you go to the doctors now, Harry, no matter what mask you have on, when you go to Yale, they give you a mask. You got to take your mask off. You got to wear the mask that they give you. So schools should do that too. They should just, how you have paper towels and stuff like that? Masks now. So every morning, little kids get a fresh mask. At the end of the day, they can either take it home or whatever, because they might have to go and run around with their parents or camp or whatever. But every morning when they come to school, you get your snack and you get your mask. Your breakfast. You know how
they should give it to them as they come in, right?
Yes.
When they're gonna eat breakfast, and then they should give them a new one as they go out. So they
No,
have a
because
fresh.
they won't come back with it. No. So every morning they just got to get a fresh mask because you have to see them get their mask because you don't know what'll happen
No,
when
yeah,
that
but
be.
I'm saying do this every day.
Yeah, no,
So
that's what I mean. Every day they get a fresh mask. Every day they come in. And you know what, Harry? I'll go you one better. Have some stickers so they could sticker up their mask, on the sides. So they could trick out their mask because little kids like that kind of stuff. Little glitter stickers, all that kind of stuff. They can write their name on their mask. And that's their whole day. That's how you gotta do it. Just saying. I might just do that myself. I just gave myself a good idea. I trick out some. Yeah, so when you go to the doctors now, Harry,
now I was watching CNN this morning, and they put up this graph.
oh,
Right. So this is nursing homes. 82% of nursing home residents are vaccinated, at least with one shot, which drives me crazy when they say at least with one shot.
and that's not vaccinated. So stop saying that mess.
Yeah. So anyway, and then 59%, these are CDC numbers, 59% of nursing home staff are vaccinated. Well, so wait a minute. The most vulnerable
of us
are in the nursing homes.
Yeah.
And 82% have at least one shot. Make sure they get 2 shots, please. And then the nursing home staff, only 59%. So I don't understand. Why aren't at least these types of employers mandating? Because that's not enough. And that's 59% at least got one shot.
Yeah.
So, and then the US population, we're at 70% with at least one shot and 50% fully vaccinated.
So did you listen to Paul yesterday? Have the doctor on, Dr. Dulal?
Yeah.
What did he say? I didn't get to hear all of his conversation.
I don't know. He basically is trying to encourage people to get the shot and use common sense.
But I feel like you want the National Guard to just bum rush people and bring the shots to them. Like, you're gonna get this shot.
But on some questions, he talked about the consensus. I hate consensus when they talk about consensus because it means politics. But yeah, I mean, him, Maritza Bond over there, all they could do is basically make sure you have they have the capability of helping you.
Yeah.
But you have to help yourself. You have to be the one that comes to get the shot.
Yeah, and I told you, Harry, last month I said, they put the shots at the they got these little mobile clinics set up at gas stations. I mean, there's no excuse for it. So I don't know. I think you know what? I really think, Harry, that it's got to get worse for people really speak out about, oh, let me take care of my family. I know it's terrible. It's terrible that we have to go all the way to the end like this to get people to like do this, but I don't see any other way,
But it makes no sense, Babz.
I know.
Because how much worse was it in the beginning where people were dropping all over the place?
I know. And you saw the refrigerated trucks of bodies.
Yeah. Like, I mean, now we know something.
You need to see.
Yeah, we know something about the virus. So we have this vaccine that it's not, I've heard people say, well, I thought it protects you from COVID. It does. It protects you from dying from COVID. It doesn't mean you're not going to get COVID. There's no vaccine that does that. You take the flu shot, you still may get the flu.
But it won't kill you.
It won't kill you. I don't know. I don't know. It just makes no sense. I can't.
Yeah. And I
You know,
think, when people start seeing their kids suffer, Harry, I thought that would be enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought, okay, nobody wants to see kids suffer. But we've got a bunch of kids around this country on ventilators at this moment. And people are still like, stupid. I don't know what needs to happen. I don't know. Maybe COVID has got to be like the SNL shark skit. Who is it?
I don't know, but I think it's not.
I don't know.
I don't know. I was gonna say, people have to get educated, but it's all over the place.
Yes. I mean,
It's
how
all,
many PSAs can you see?
you have to be willing. No, and you have to be willing to read, right? So, because the PSAs, people see it as, oh, that's just the government trying to sell me something, propaganda. But you could read. Just go to the CDC site. I mean, it's available to everybody. You don't have a computer, use your cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. And read. Yeah, because the statistics are okay. More kids died from the flu last year than died from COVID. Okay. But the original COVID wasn't affecting kids. The Delta virus is attacking the kids' immune system too. Yeah. And then the next one might be worse because the virus is adapting.
And the more people get vaccinated, that will shut down these mutations, these variants. That will shut down these variants because they will have no place to go. But as long as y'all want to keep doing the hokey pokey.
Well, you would hope that these vaccinations would shut down the variant because they're still learning about the virus itself. And I'm sure the booster shots, like I was hearing this morning that 1 million people, so far 1 million people have taken it upon themselves to get a booster shot. So they're basically
it's just too much stupid on either side. It's just too much.
So they're basically getting a third shot and calling it a booster shot. No, the booster shot will be
something very different.
Yeah, something very different. Them going in and seeing where they could adjust it to make it better, not take a shot.
And Harry, all the people who are sick with COVID right now are people who are unvaccinated. Every last one of them are unvaccinated. Every last one of them are unvaccinated. Well, now, mind you, little kids can't get vaccinated because they don't have a vaccine for 10-year-olds, right? So you have to be 12. So the little kids that are in the hospital, that means, this is what this means to me, that if kids have COVID, that means their parents are not vaccinated. That means they're in places where adults are and they're not vaccinated, and these children are suffering. Well, this is what that means.
Yeah, it's what Biden actually said that yesterday, that that we know how this virus, is actually acting throughout our population, and it not only because probably most of the kids have COVID. The kids aren't as susceptible to death as the adults, right? And the adults are the ones that are going out and catching COVID and bringing it back to their kids.
Yeah. And that's the truth, Harry. And to whomever else is not vaccinated in their spaces, right?
So, I mean, so
that alone should make you want to...
It's up to the adults to be
get vaccinated if you have young kids under 12 that can't get vaccinated. When I went with my son to get vaccinated, it was people there with their teenagers getting vaccinated.
Well, you don't... It's like when you go to bed at night, you make sure the door is locked. Right? Your kids are tucked in. You make sure of this stuff.
You don't leave the doors unlocked, and you don't put a neon sign, come get my kids.
Right. It's the same thing. You get the shot so that your kid is protected.
Yes.
Same thing. I don't know. I try to break it down as simple as possible just to see if somebody goes, I
Oh my God, Harry, that is hilarious.
And
that is hilarious. Okay, I like that. When you go to bed at night, you lock stuff up. You lock your doors. You know, when you cook your food, Harry, you put it in the refrigerator. Why? Because you don't want it to go bad.
Yeah.
You do all these things already. Take a shower every day because you don't want to be dirty. Why?
As a parent, you go and you look into your child's room, make sure your kid's sleeping, make sure everything's okay. Right? So it's just that same principle. It's just make sure your kid's okay. Pretty simple.
Or Tamiko Jackson put on her Facebook page. So you've been eating hot dogs and McChickens all your life, but you don't want the vaccine because you don't know what's in it.
See, that would have worked.
I'm gonna throw the McRib on there too.
That's what I was just gonna say. That would have worked for me. Because all you had to do is say, you've been eating the McRib every time it comes out.
You have no clue what that is.
The sad part is that I did. I checked it out. And I still go buy the McRib.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is too funny. I was like, I don't know what's in this. I don't know what's in this vaccine. It's like, you don't even know. You don't know what's in that weed man giving you either, but you go get that. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to say.
Oh, you know, I mean, if people really think they could understand it, there's plenty of video the geneticists have done showing how, you know, how they deal with.
Oh, they're gonna get the ones. They're gonna get those janky bootleg ones that say monkeys created it or the aliens dropped it or the devil's workshop. Have you seen that one?
They're gonna go to the flea market and pick up a DVD.
They show these people in labs with horns and tails and stuff, Harry, mixing vials of things. I was like, you know, if you really believe that mess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't help you if you think it's the mark of the beast vaccine. Yeah.
I got nothing for you.
Yeah, nothing at all. Nothing. I can't help you there. And I doubt I'm gonna be able to talk you out of that. So yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I don't got a verse for that. I don't got
Vaya con Dios. Vaya con Dios. That's it.
Some Spanish.
That's it.
Woo! I don't know how to help you either, Harry, but it's really getting a little bit over the top, and it's getting dangerously dangerous now. I think it's been dangerous, but I think we're going to lose a lot more people, and that's too bad, really. Because I saw the guy on Good Morning America. He had COVID for 144 days, and of those 144 days, Harry, he was on the ventilator for 100 days, which is unusual because they don't leave you on the ventilator that long. So he must have been just showing incremental change, getting better incrementally. Days on a ventilator because they'll let you go. Nothing that we could do. So 140.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're gonna do the scale, right? If you're gonna say, okay, pros and cons, you have to say, if I get COVID, bad, I could die, right? If I get long-term COVID, oh my God, then you're suffering for a long time, okay? Some people, their lungs are shot. It's like, it's worse than you've been smoking. Like if you've been smoking for 30 years, okay, your lungs end up scarred and everything. Long-term COVID. Now,
cognitive early onset.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So you take those two. Okay, I don't know if some people see that as a pro because people are crazy these days. But so that's a con. Now, I mean, well, it's a pro. If you get the vaccine, you won't get none of that stuff, right? You might get COVID, but you're gonna be fine because the vaccine, that's what it's for, right? So, but if you don't get it, those are the two things: long term and COVID may kill you. Now, people are scared. Oh, the side effects of the vaccine. That's where they.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of that too, Harry.
Right.
Like,
So a lot of people, side effects of the vaccine, but then you have to balance that out against death and long-term COVID. Right?
I would say so. Yes.
So you have to go which one is scarier. You have to do that. If you just are looking at it as, oh, I don't want to get side effects. Okay, but the side effects of COVID is death and then long-term COVID. So I don't know. You have to be thinking with common sense when you're doing this. You have to actually want to get somewhere, right? If not, you're staying stuck and you're willing to get COVID. And if you survive it, you may get long-term COVID. And I know people think, oh, well, that's the old people. No, there's plenty of young people.
Oh, lots of young people.
Yes, lots of young 20-year-old, 30-year-olds.
Because they're seeing it now. They can't focus. They can't remember stuff. They don't have a sense of taste or smell. I mean, there's so many things wrong. I was like,
yeah,
seriously? Who was that? Like, I guess just go take a shot. And listen, take the J&J shot, one and done. Right? One and done. I'll come back for the second one. J&J. Feel like you gotta, if it's gonna be overwhelming to you. I don't know, Harry. I just feel like every day I wake up and I hear more of these ridiculous stories and I see these people not mandating masks. If mask is the first line of defense, I wouldn't. Like, it's a mask. Like, it's uncomfortable, but it's not. I mean, so is a ventilator, but
you see, the thing is that people operate on absolutes, right? So they go, is a mask gonna save me? Is a mask gonna protect me from COVID? Is a mask? Well, the mask is not gonna stop you from getting COVID, but
it will lessen your chances.
Right. It could protect you from somebody's droplet flying into your nose or something. Yeah, I know. So just think about that. So, yeah.
And really, for good measure, we probably should be masked anyway when you explain it that way, Harry.
I know. I know when you think about it like
just
that.
For common stuff, like not even for COVID, just every day in the world kind of things. Like, wow.
It's like, yeah, you have no idea. Yeah, as a matter of fact, maybe they should. You remember how they used to do I'm just a bill here. Yes. They should do COVID.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, they should do COVID stuff like that, where you show somebody sneezing and those particles just going into. I'm saying, so maybe the visual will help people.
I mean, they show you the visual. Harry, when you flush your toilet, if you don't put the seat, that's why you have
people aren't listening.
A lid on the toilet, because when you flush your toilet, the water sprays all over your bathroom. And there's videos of that, Harry. When I saw that, it grossed me out. I close my toilet lid every time.
It's called fecal matter flying all over the place. If you don't understand what fecal matter is, go look it up. I can't say the word on.
Oh, Harry, you just gave me a headache.
But that's the most disgusting part about public bathrooms, right? They don't have lids. They don't have
right, Harry. So, I'm just what I'm saying. Everyday mask, even if it wasn't COVID, makes sense. I want to wear gloves too. Maybe when women used to wear gloves, I'm gonna single-handedly start bringing back wearing day gloves. Because I just with antimicrobial coating.
The bodysuit. The bodysuit.
I think it's gonna come to that in the future, Harry. Maybe not in our lifetimes, but you know, you've seen them space movies where Earth becomes inhabitable and everybody's got to suit up because the air is bad and da da da.
Yeah, yesterday I tried to stay in the studio, so I set up my workstation on the table in the studio. I mean, I still had to do stuff for La Voz and stuff, but I'm gonna try to control my environment more when I'm there, so that I'm within those four walls. And you know, it's like when Layla comes in at 9, she goes, "I know you're here," from the hallway because I smell the Lysol. She's like, "I know you're here."
Like Harry's here cleaning.
Yeah, she's like, when I get off the elevator, I smell the Lysol. So yeah, I know you're here. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I have to.
I gotta clean because ain't nobody else doing it. And if I'm gonna be here, I can't complain. I'm just gonna handle it.
Yeah, it's for me.
So. Yeah, so buy the air cleaner. Buy the air cleaner. Make a huge difference. So those particles can get sucked in when the people in that studio talking. Particles are not floating in that air. Like, oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Picture that. Picture that.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. You know, it's like, you know, you put the blue light on things and you see all the
you know, I would never buy a blue light for the studio because I'd never go back.
I'm with you, Harry. Things like that would just gross me out. You know, it's like when people have black toilets, like a color black. I can't stand it because I feel like I can't see the germs. It freaks me out.
It's funny. This morning, I called Karen and I asked her, "You didn't comb your hair today?" And she goes, "Of course I combed my hair today. What are you talking about?" And I said, "Oh, because I'm so used to cleaning up all the hair you leave behind." Because she combs her hair and everything, and the hair flies onto the toilet seat all over. And that's the last thing she does before she leaves the door, comb her hair. So she finishes combing her hair and she's out, and all the hair is on the sink, toilet seat. So I'm like, I'd be mad right now. She said, "Really? You called me to ask me that because because I cleaned up after myself today?" And I'm like, "Relax, lady. I'm just saying, you know, I was worried that you were walking around with your hair sticking up."
I don't know, Harry. That sounds a little shady.
I'm surprised.
That seemed a little shady, Harry, that you would like, you know, roll like. I was like, "What, Harry? What?" I would be like her. I was like, "Why are you calling me? What?" What are you really trying to say here?
No, I guess she had enough time to clean up after herself.
Oh, see, that's the heart of it right there. Every morning, clean up after yourself every morning because it's grossing me out. So, I get it. I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
I've done it for years, so it was just.
But you had to get it in. You had to say something.
I finally got it in.
Yes, I know you've been waiting on it. It's like, should I or shouldn't I? Oh no, I'm going in. I'm gonna call it right now. Ooh, you cleaned the bathroom? Ooh. Oh no, you leave with, "You combed your hair today?"
You know.
Why? Because I'm in the bathroom. I don't see your hair all over the place like it normally is. All right, that is so shady.
I guess.
No, you guess. You know it's shady. You know, it's just enough shade where she can't really get mad, but she can be like annoyed, like, what?
Yeah, I guess that's why she just said bye.
Yeah, I would too. I'd be like, "Call me for this. I'm sorry, is the house burning? Is the house on fire? Something on fire? Are you sick? What's happening? Oh,
Oh,
you calling
poor,
me about that?
yeah, she's like, poor you. I make you breakfast in the morning, and poor you, you have to clean up after me a little.
Okay, so tomorrow back to the north. I'll make sure I leave extra hair.
I know.
I'll comb my hair for a long time, twice.
I'm sure she was saying, as much as I could complain about your ass. She was saying that.
Like, do I come on your job? Do I call you up on your job and, and tell you what I have to do? Do I do that? No. I'm just saying, Harry. So you shots fired.
I know.
Shots fired. Bid for the blowback. I'm saying, just say it. Woo! All right. What else is going on in the Elm today? What else is going? It's gonna be hot today. The heat wave begins, right? We got a heat wave.
Is the word for it.
Well, you got all your air conditioners and a gazillion fans on. It's like Antarctica.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Yeah, I got to make sure that actually all the AC's on.
Yeah, because it's
gonna be really hot. I mean, I already feel the humidity in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hottest room in the house right now, even though it has 2 fans. But there's no air this side of the house.
What? I know you're trying to plot to figure out how you can put an air conditioner in the kitchen.
Yeah, the problem is that here I would have to make a hole in the brick outside, and it's no with the condo association.
Do you have a window? Because you could buy one of those little rolly things, roller portable ones.
Oh yeah, those I don't like it. Those take too much space because they're on the floor and everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't in the kitchen that much, right?
I do my shows here every once in a while.
Okay, listen. I think you're just looking for stuff to do. You done cooled off all this house. You need to stop. That's enough. Go sit in the living room or the dining room or wherever.
But
just saying.
well, yeah, I mean, the thing is that I have the living room AC off right now. So once that's on, it blows some air this way.
Okay. Well,
Gotta turn
what, the air conditioning?
in the living room. I'm waiting till like 12.
That's the hottest part of the day.
Yeah.
Why you gonna turn it on at the hottest? You should turn it on now, and then put it on low. Put it on now. That way you don't got to put it on high at noon. It's like the hottest part of the day.
Yeah, because the AC's upstairs. So let me see this. 3 upstairs that are all on right now. So that air basically cools off most of the house. It drops and it gets spread throughout the house. But when it's a heat wave, it really doesn't do anything. I have to turn on the. And then the heat index is gonna be like 105 to it.
I know, Harry. Like, I don't even know how to figure that out. Like, I don't even know what is that. Are people gonna be naked?
I don't know. I mean, I know the people who work outside need to be.
They can't. They're not gonna be able to. They might be able to work out now, but in an hour, they're gonna have to go in.
Yeah, they need to hydrate. Get some shape. I guess you got to give your workers a lot more breaks, right?
I think so.
To go hydrate and get in the shade every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're a good boss.
I hope so, Harry. Like, seriously? Yeah, like slavery weather.
Yeah. The minimum wage went up to 13 here in Connecticut, right?
Yeah, I think it went up last Sunday.
Yeah, it's on its way to in 20
The
is it
goal is to
22?
get to,
In 22, I think it gets to 15.
yeah, I think, yeah. Put some
No,
22 or 23.
I asked that because yesterday I was in the newspaper and I just wanted to, because there's a lot of jobs. And I saw a couple of places hiring at $12.75 an hour, and I was like, I thought it was 13 now. I don't know if it's old that they're
It might be an
recycling the
old
old.
ad. Yeah. Because that can happen, particularly if you run it in a paper. You don't know how long it's been in that paper. You know what I mean? Like they might have just been running it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe it's 13 something an hour.
Yeah, I mean, all over here, all you see is cashiers want it. Like everywhere you go, gas stations, I guess Dunkin', all of these places here are hiring. So I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Like yesterday morning, the line for Dunkin' Donuts was like when Popeyes had the chicken sandwich that it was hot. It was like I was like, oh, what the hell? Are they selling something new at Dunkin' Donuts? But no, it's that they're short staffed.
Yeah. Everyone is.
Yeah. So it's like, oh my god. So I actually got out of my car
And went in?
I went in. I haven't done that in a while.
Wow. Was it faster?
Not really. Because they were basically all helping
Trying to
the
handle
drive-through.
the drive-through, yeah.
So when I walked in, there was like, what are you
What?
doing here?
So you're not supposed to be in here.
I
Get
know.
back in your car, drive through like the 200 other people in line. I don't know. I mean,
The good thing is that everybody was masked and gloved. I was good, because when you're in the drive-through, you don't know how they're taking care of the food. But walking in, everybody was masked and gloved and everything. Everybody was doing their job and being careful. Of course, if they would get my order right every once in a while, I would do. But
be nice. They're short of staff, but they was already before the pandemic. They was already messing with your order. I tell you to stay out of Dunkin' Donuts.
They must have seen one of my shows or something.
Harry, you can make your coffee how you want at your house. You can buy all the things that you need. I don't know what they put in it, sugar, cream, whatever. You can put all that at your house and make the coffee just how you like it.
It doesn't taste the same. Like when they get it right, they get it right. When they get it wrong, it sucks. But you're right.
You can keep practicing until you get it right.
When
small batches.
When I was going into the office all the time, Karen used to always make me coffee. On the day she didn't, I would show up to work complaining, right? So, but yeah, most of the time, right now I use it as an excuse. Whenever I have to go to New Haven, I use it as an excuse to get Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been to Dunkin' Donuts in a minute. I like to get their iced teas. They have good unsweetened iced tea. So that's why I go in there. I like the unsweetened tea. And they have the Impossible sausage. So I could get
I saw it.
Yeah.
I thought about, because I got myself a sausage, egg, and cheese yesterday. And I thought about it.
You was going to try it.
Did I try it?
To try it. Harry, it's good. It's really, just try it.
I'm like,
you know what? Buy one and then buy your other one. So if you don't like it, you could just after one or two bites, you can just toss it. But it's really, really good. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you.
I just wanted to comment because I didn't get on until after you talked about Cuomo. Did you see his press conference?
Yeah, I caught some of it yesterday. I was in the office.
Where he said that he guessed time had passed him by, that the line basically had moved on him. And the problem with that is that he actually, during his governorship, he's signed in new sexual harassment himself. So I don't know if he thought those didn't apply to him or those lines were.
Listen,
I don't know.
Listen, there's a lot of men in this country who for so long have been in this business of harassing women and thinking women as second-class citizens. He's not the first, he's not the last. There's plenty of men. We had one sitting in the White House. So
I spoke to one yesterday, an older gentleman.
So there's a lot of men who think that women are for their pleasure.
Well, yeah, I spoke to an older gentleman and he was like, you can't even tell a woman she's pretty anymore. Like, well, you could tell her she's pretty. You can't be her boss and tell her she's pretty and grab her butt. That's a no. He goes, no, but everything is, no, it's just you got to start at respect now.
I had somebody tell me, Harry, one time that they didn't understand the consent, when they're going out with somebody. There's like they feel like consent takes away the romance. I said, well, what you're talking about is rape. That's not romance. Because they feel like
you're talking to Bill Cosby.
Because they feel like, Harry, if I'm gonna kiss a woman on a date, I shouldn't have to ask her for the kiss. I should just go in and kiss her. And I was like, listen, that might have floated some time ago, but now consent is, is respect, right? Like you can't just assume because you want to kiss her that she wants to kiss you back. Like you might want to say, hey, I'd like to kiss you. And if she says, hey, I hope you don't. Or, hey, I think you might. But he legit didn't understand this. And he legit felt like this was, this puts men it makes men not men. And I was like, I don't understand that. Like, so you would rather be aggressive with the woman, or you'd rather have your way with the woman without giving her opportunity to say whether she wants to deal with you on that level or not. He really didn't understand it. He just felt like, I just feel like it's killing romance. I was like, no, what you're doing is you are setting it up for rape.
But I think it's been the norm, the modus operandi too. If I wine and dine her, I deserve something.
Yes. Yes.
So that's always been the thing, and a lot of people don't get it. I mean, that's not, you're not respecting her, but I mean, where's the self-respect? What the hell is wrong with you?
I know. Why do you think it's okay to push up on a woman? I don't listen. Consent can be sexy if you have some imagination.
I tell you what, it's a lot sexier than you having to give consent in jail. Understand the laws.
You don't want those handcuffs. You can have furry handcuffs, or you can have. Okay, you know what? You better learn how to make consent sexy. You better open your mouth and ask somebody. Don't just grab them by the pussy.
It's not right. It's not that hard to understand that. I mean,
it clearly is, Harry. It must be.
I mean, it is. It's like getting the vaccine. It's hard. to understand what. But the thing is that it shouldn't be, because what what's in it for you? Are you looking to actually spend some time with an individual that you can respect and talk to, and that is not just about sex? If that's all you're interested in, then you should probably tell the woman from the get, that this isn't really a date to get to know you. I just want to have sex. Because basically that's what men used to do all the time. It was, I'm gonna wine and dine and I expect something at the end of the night. Well, all women aren't in the prostitution business. If
Yes.
that's what you're looking for, go get yourself a working lady.
Yes. Who will charge you for her time?
That's right. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see it as anything wrong. As long as the woman's in control of her body, her power, I don't see anything wrong with that either. But don't treat other women like that.
Right. Because I don't care how expensive this dinner is. I'm gonna get in my car and go home alone. and if you feel some kind of way, I'll cash app you the difference.
I know.
I don't know who these men think they're fooling with. I will cash app you half or whatever it was you paid, and we'll call it a day.
And that's another thing, right? That they're assuming that you can't go out and get your own meal. What?
I don't know. I don't know what these men think. But yeah, so he resigned. So the new governor steps in, and 14 days, got pulled together a team, and
well, at least he went out his way to give the 2 weeks notice, right? So at least he's doing that right, not just leaving his.
Yeah, listen, he's got a lot to contend with. He'll go deal with it. Everybody go deal with it.
I mean, I think he's doing the right thing. I mean, stepping down.
Oh yeah, I think so too, Harry. I never thought it wasn't the right thing to do. I just felt like, it's just, we pick and choose who we want to vilify.
And the thing is that I think this will take a lot of the heat off, because you do have still the investigation into whether he used his staff to write his book and all of that. A lot of those federal investigations are still happening, and Letitia James is still investigating the nursing home. So I think those were, as long as he sticks around, as long as he was defiant and I'm not leaving, I think those investigations were getting more scrutiny. And now if he leaves, maybe out of sight, out of mind, and he could rebuild himself. We'll see. But he did the right thing. I wonder, I didn't see if his brother was on the air yesterday.
I never watched him, so I don't know. Although I tell you, he's funny eyes.
Yeah, well, I catch him every once in a while.
I know when he was going through that COVID and he was downstairs in the basement at the house, sick.
So I'm interested to see if, I know CNN had told him he couldn't report on his brother.
Okay.
So I just wanted to see what comment he had and everything, but I think he was on vacation.
I don't know. I don't ever watch him. So I don't know. Like, I think he's like at night. He's on at night, right? He's not during the day.
He's at 9 p.m.
Yeah, so I miss him. So I'm going to see him after I get out of the office. On in my office, I'm like, watch it at home. I only catch CNN when like I'm in a foreign country because that's all they like to play.
Or at the airport.
Or the airport. I'm like, okay. And then it seems fresh to me because I was like, because I never watch it. So when I see it, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen CNN in forever. I only see it when I'm in the airport or I'm in a foreign country.
I do watch them in the morning.
Is that Morning Joe and all of them? Is that that
no,
network?
No, Morning Joe is MSNBC.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I used to watch Morning Joe all the time, but they got a little loony. So now I watch Breonna, what's her name? Breonna Taylor or something?
No, Breonna Taylor is the girl that was killed.
Oh, Breonna Taylor. Breonna something then. Breonna. I know her name is Breonna.
Okay.
Is my screen is flickering right now?
Oh, I don't know. Well, you got aliens in the background. Oh, so you know what? Tomorrow I got Aya Beckel Swanson on. She's the new director for the Concat incubation lab. And then Friday, Harry, I got the Shakespeare people coming on because they've got this youth Shakespeare festival that Ife's niece is in. You know, Margot did Shakespeare teen troupe. So it'd be nice to revisit with them and to see how everybody's doing and to hear about this new festival. You know, I think everybody's racing to get their stuff done in the park, Harry, because at some point we're gonna have to be back to shut down. Like all the galas that are coming up and the parties are starting up, I have to shut it all down.
Okay, Breonna Keeler.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was pretty close. Pretty close. And what will you watch her first thing in the morning?
I swap between her, Good Morning America, and Fox News in the morning.
Oh.
But
you watch Fox?
I'm channel surfing. Well, I like to get all of the.
They are just foolish.
But,
they are part of the world is flat crowd as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you know, so Brianna has Sanjay Gupta, the doctor, today. Yeah, and he was talking about, you know, like some people don't want the vaccination because they've had COVID, and that comes with natural immunity. The problem is that, and he was saying, yes, you do have natural immunity. We don't know how long that's gonna last. And this virus is different. So you can't assume everything that in the past, you know, has followed with natural immunity of any virus. So he was saying there's nothing wrong with still getting vaccinated. It's not like you can't get vaccinated even with COVID.
So few people have natural immunity. So few people.
Well,
like that's almost an abnormality.
Well, he was breaking it down, and he was saying you do have some natural immunity when you get.
And Sanjay Gupta is an idiot. Just FYI.
Why is he an idiot?
Just saying.
I gotta look him up now. Why is he an idiot?
Oh, go look him up, Harry. He said some really gotten himself into some hot water. He ain't on nobody else's show.
He's a CNN contributor. Yeah, so this morning I was basically stuck CNN. And I watched some of Good Morning America this morning.
Yeah, I watched some of it too. I was a little distracted because I was running late.
Yeah. But a lot of the news is surrounding COVID. So it's so much death that, and so much death that's trying to be avoided. Right? Forget you have to say to yourself, of all the, like, especially when they're talking about kids in hospitals, ventilators and stuff, that's so disturbing. And watching those stories, especially in the morning, is depressing. But It is what it is. What it is. Get vaccinated, people. None of us are doctors, but all we can do is make suggestions, and that's what we're doing. Suggesting that you go get vaccinated.
Yeah,
Protect
because I
yourself,
think this is
protect
going to
your
be a
children.
hard winter. It's going to be a hard winter, Harry. And if we have to shut down schools, I think that's going to send parents over the edge.
Well, if we have to shut down schools again, then I mean, parents still aren't back at work because they still have their kids at home. So it's a must. It's a must that I mean, if your kid has to wear a mask. I mean, the thing is that I was watching a lot of these classrooms that they have the shields around the desk and everything. I would
I
think
know.
if you're in that shield, can you take off the mask while you're in the shield? I mean, I don't know. I was just thinking, well, if I was in the shield, if I'm the boy in the plastic bubble while I'm at school, you figure the plastic bubble is protecting me some. And
Yeah.
then once you get out the bubble, you have the mask. I mean, you will figure. I have no idea what the regulation. I was watching it this morning, and I'm like, wow. So there is they have the little workstations that are wrapped basically around with these shields, or some schools.
Well, you know what? I would imagine for little kids, Harry, keeping a mask on might be a little challenging. So if they're working, the mask comes off, at least they have still some line of protection. And then they put their mask on when they got to go to lunch and assembly and all the things where you have to herd children too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's hard to have the mask mandate on kids 5 and under.
But I mean, my neighbor's son, he co-parents with, so he comes over a couple of times a week. And I saw him yesterday, and he had his little mask on his backpack. I said, I asked him, I said, how's it going wearing your mask? Because he had it was a little mask, it had like a little tiger, like a tiger thing. It was colorful, but and he said, oh, it's fine. I said, you have any problems keeping it on? He's like, no. And he goes, we all have to do it. He's like 5 or something, 4 or 5. But it was on his backpack, and I saw it. It was hanging, attached to his backpack. And
I know my niece in Florida, she took her kid to school yesterday, and she posted it on Facebook. And before they walked into the school, they were asked to put on the mask, that they prefer masking in the school. And it was no problem. They put on the mask and they went in. So I mean, it's hard. It's hard for, she says it's hard to have the kid keep it on all day, but kids will be kids. I mean,
yeah, they are. That's why we need adults to do their part.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna slam the child on the floor and force him to wear a mask. But
although there are some that'll do that mess.
Well, some people are nuts, but we can't control the nuts. Why they're nuts. But yeah, just try to put on the mask. My granddaughters are unmasked all the time until they have to put it on. And they put on the mask.
Yeah.
So,
are we gonna keep talking about this mask thing until we get everybody masked up? Come on.
Yeah, the one that I heard. Well, the one that I heard was to mask at home. Yeah, I'm not masking out. That's insane. I'm not putting a mask.
Is that your PSA?
No. For me personally, if you want to mask at home, put your mask on at home. I'm not putting on my mask at home. I heard some people are having sex with their mask on.
Well, if you don't have a bona fide partner, Harry, they're suggesting, like if you don't have a steady partner, what I mean? Like if you Babz and you just randomly.
So if you run into the Lone Ranger,
got my
Put on your mask.
condoms. I got my mask.
I'm sure people pay for that treatment.
Listen, listen, that's what they're saying, Harry. If you out there and you're not, they're just like, you're married, not having casual sex with anybody. You having sex with your wife, but those of us who are not bowed up,
I saw there's a boom in the cuddling business.
there are professional cuddlers, Harry. You seen this?
Yeah, people like to cuddle, especially during the COVID times where they've been such away from people, and they'll pay somebody to come in, fully shielded and everything, and hug them. Yeah, that's not the type of business I could get into. You can't pay me to hug you.
What you can pay Harry to do is come to your house and tell you he's not hugging you.
That's right. Well, what is it? Somebody, oh my God, who was it? There was somebody who said, get over it yesterday. So you got to mask, get over it. Some Democrats said that somebody was criticizing them. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? Put on your mask, get over it, get over yourself.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that. You could tell. What? Get over yourself. Get over it. I ain't hugging you. Get over it.
And
put on your mask.
That is the PSA from Harry Droz.
Put on your mask, damn it.
On your mask, damn it. Ooh, we should just do a PSA, Harry. Hey, if you're listening to Lovebabz, LoveTalk, we want you to wear your mask, because mask is a safety tool for all of us.
And
you
COVID,
just want to yell at people.
And COVID exists, right?
COVID is real.
COVID is real. It's
COVID
out
lives.
There. It's out there. So we're not telling you to put masks because we want you to put masks. It's because we want you to protect yourself, protect us. That's it. It's not about taking away anybody's freedom.
In the AIDS epidemic, at the height of the AIDS epidemic, what did they tell you to do, Harry? Don't have unprotected
sex. Yeah, and think about that, right? Even during the height of the AIDS epidemic, where we started learning how it was transferred and everything, people wanted to wear bodysuits around, right? People with AIDS. They didn't want to get into the same room with them. You remember that? Some people were like insane about AIDS, but COVID.
Oh, I know.
That's really infectious. That's flying through the air. That you're okay with.
I know. You don't even want to wear a mask. a simple paper mask.
Yep.
But you'll do it for Halloween and Mardi Gras, though. Woo! You do it for Halloween. I've seen all y'all go to Halloween parties with all kinds of elaborate masks on all night long. Don't tell me you can't wear a mask.
Maybe that's the solution. Maybe that's the solution. Biden should declare every day Halloween until COVID is gone. Everybody could put on their costumes and feel that it's their idea. And that's the thing. You got to make it their idea, right? So
make it fun.
It's Halloween. Every day is Halloween now. So the mask you put on is your idea.
Oh my God. That cracks me up. I love that. It's Halloween. Every day is Halloween. Every day is Halloween.
Joe Ugly today was saying, put the vaccine in the food.
God.
That doesn't help, Joe. People don't trust the government. You don't want them sticking anything. That's the Bill Cosby method.
but if they put it in that McRib,
No way.
oh, I know that Chick-fil-A line.
That's right. Or the Popeyes chicken line.
Well, we heard from Paul, the MAGA hat counts as a
As a costume.
costume.
Only if you can put it over your face.
Don't count on your head. Gotta cover your face, your nose. You gotta do this. Mouth and nose. So maybe you got a MAGA sign. I don't know. No. I hate to see somebody get their butt whooped behind that mess. Saying every day. I like that, Harry. Every day is Halloween.
That's it.
Check out your mask. We should have mask contests.
That's
right?
it. You gotta make it fun for people. It has to be the idea. As long as you're telling them you should mask. Are you trying to force me to put on a mask? No, you should mask. But maybe you gotta make it the idea.
Paul said with a Freddy Krueger mask, that would scare me to death. That's a double. That's a what is that? A Republican?
The Jason mask.
Remember how? And Harry, that's just a straight up hockey goalie mask.
Yeah,
that mess terrorized everybody. Even hockey goalies like, we got to change this mask now. Hockey goalies are like, oh no, they done co-opted our mask. Oh no, we got to do something else. They changed it. They just scared the bejesus out of people. I was like, and that was just, simple costuming, Harry. That's not a whole lot of nothing. That little mask put the fear of God in all kinds of. You saw that mask, Harry. You automatically heard that music. You were terrified. Do that. I hate that mess.
I know. You're right. I mean, that hockey mask went away quickly after Jason.
It did. They stopped using them because it just scared people. And he never ran in these movies, right? He wasn't running.
My friends, we used to go to the theater to see it, right? We were the loud bunch in the back row, making noise at the what was it? It was Friday the 13th.
Oh,
right. And the thing is that we always said he had to have like a moped hidden on the side somewhere, because there's no way he was taking a stroll through the park and going to catch you with you running full speed. He had to have a moped somewhere. But no, he'd be like, are they running? I'll get them. And be on you in 2 seconds. I know. Next thing you know, you turn around, you stop to catch your breath. You turn around, he right there. I was like, what? Like, you know what? That's why why they killed all the black people, because they knew that wasn't plausible. Because they know if this white boy ran up on some brothers, he's gonna get a beat down, machete or not. Like, what? Get out of here with that goalie mask on. It was that magic mask that made him fly. Oh, just scared, I guess, Harry. Between that and that Freddy Krueger, I was like, oh man, you talk about Nightmare on Elm Street. Woo! I don't know. Freddy Krueger was never scary for me. It was like a comedy skit for me. But Jason, I remember Jason because my brother. I remember I don't know. I must have been like 9 years old. Must have been like Bella's age. And he came. We had bunk beds. He was 5 years older. And there's a part in the movie where Jason grabs somebody and sticks the knife through the bed. He did that to me, my brother, and it was like, I was terrified. I was a little kid and he did that. It's just wrong. God. See, that's why I don't like scary movies, because it makes people go beyond the movie and want to scare you. Yeah. Well. See, no. Yeah, I mean, I would scare easily when I was a child because, I shouldn't have been seeing these movies either, right? Because like The Exorcist,
I know you shouldn't have.
I saw that when I was pretty young, and
I was pretty young too when I saw that, which I think I was just a new teenager.
yeah, so right, and I was young, and that was the most terrifying movie. It's still I have, I guess,
That music,
PTSD. Every time I watch it now,
I can't even. Even when
I
it's
watch
on
it.
TV, Harry, where it's hacked up, with commercials and all the things, I still can't do it.
I watch it, but I turn real Christian, So it's like I be watching,
The blood of Jesus.
I be
The
like,
blood of Jesus.
in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. I turn real Christian real quick.
Oh my God! Listen, you got to turn on all the lights. It could be that thing could come out at 11 o'clock in the morning. I got all the lights on. I'm not watching that.
I'll
And
watch
there's something
it.
about it that make you want to sit there and watch it because it's just compelling. But
I'll watch it with the
no.
lights off in a dark room and everything by myself, but it still scares me. And I think it's just that PTSD from when I was young. I remember when her head spinned and everything, and being in the room, and my sister used to have the Barbie head. You remember the Barbie head that used to comb her hair and everything?
Yep, the big one.
Yeah. Oof, I used to. She used to put it on the dresser, and it was just terrifying for me. In the dark, just seeing a head, I expected it to rotate all the time. So I used to get up at night and dump all of my sister's dolls into the closet.
God.
Had to. I used to get in trouble in the morning because all of her dolls were thrown in the closet.
I tell you, it's Exorcist, The Omen.
Yeah, I like The Omen too.
And the Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
I read the book, The Omen. I read the book. It was like, I think it's one or two books. I remember reading the book and scared myself to death.
Yeah, I recently heard the Omen on Audible.
Oh, there is no way.
Yeah.
There's no way, Harry. No way. Oh my God.
It was actually really good listening
I'm sure. I can't do it. Amityville Horror scared me to death. Omen. And Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby.
I didn't understand none of that mess. That still freaks me out.
And I have The Exorcist in Audible too. I wonder how that sounds. I mean, the visual is so scary. I wonder how. I mean, now that I already have it in my head to listen to it in the dark, it has to be.
No! Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh,
Harry, I can't half watch Thriller sometimes.
Thriller?
I just gotta get right to the dancing part. Like I can't. And I went walking down the street, and I'm not like other guys. Like, oh, Michael, you would have got beat down.
Every time I watch like The Walking Dead and stuff like that, I'm always waiting for the zombies to stop and start. I'm always waiting for it.
Thriller, Thriller. I stopped watching that because it was just getting too much. I was like, tired of this. I'm tired of zombies. I used to be a zombie lover. Like I'd watch I watched that stupid movie, Abraham Lincoln Was a Zombie or some old mess.
Was it good?
It was fun.
I always wanted to see that. I never got to see it.
Oh my God, Harry. It is ridiculous, but I loved it.
Abraham Lincoln versus the Zombies, I think it was.
Or some old mess. I was like, okay. And they give you like a plausible storyline. You're like, okay.
Well, we just binged on The Walking Dead because this season coming up is the last season.
It's the last one. I'm like a gazillion seasons behind.
Yeah, so
I'll never be able to catch up. But I tell you what, they're working on, Harry. They're working on a proper ending for Game of Thrones.
So it ended.
It did end. Did you watch it?
No, I never
Oh
got
no,
into
you
it.
never watched it. Okay, then you won't even care. Won't care about any of that. But they're redoing the ending.
Well, they're
'Cause people were,
redoing the ending.
yes, because people were so mad.
Oh,
Now,
well,
that's what
that
they're saying, and I don't know if they're going to do it, but
well
they're working on it.
they I was gonna say, can they redo the ending of oh my god, what's the mob show?
Sopranos.
The Sopranos. But you can't
I
redo it.
actually liked it. I actually liked it anyway.
It just
They're
went
all
to
at the
dark.
diner like a regular American family.
I guess. I mean, but they weren't. They were mobsters.
But all mobsters are just regular people.
Okay.
Oh, Harry, they're just
Well, you
regular
can't
people.
redo the ending anyway because he passed.
Yeah, he did. He died overseas.
Yeah.
Died. I was like, man, that's what I mean, Harry. Life is short. Life is very, very short. You don't even know. So I was like, you people wasting time playing around, not getting a shot. Don't you want to live long and prosper? Whatever I could do, Harry, to lengthen my stay, do it. Sort of voodoo stuff, but
Why short of voodoo stuff if it extends your life?
well, I don't know, because sometimes I could go awry. I don't want it to go awry.
You know, I was looking at how right now the quantum, the multiverses that people are talking about, and how I was listening to some guy who was saying he's dreamt that different lives, and he wakes up and he feels like he's lived those lives, and he was trying to, he connected it with the quantum universe, right? And I was like, man, that would be cool, right? To dream. First off, I gotta go to sleep, right? But to be able to dream of quantum, of different lives and feel like you've lived them, that has to be really involved. I don't think my mind could work like that anymore. I think I'm too old for that, or too I'm too based in like, I would talk myself out of that. Like if I dreamt another life and it felt, I'd be like, what's wrong with you? It's a dream. I wouldn't get so involved into, some people write books off their dreams and stuff like that. That's pretty out there for me.
Why?
You have to be like, you have to be able to immerse yourself in fantasy, right?
Yeah, but who does it? You can't get there.
That's hard. It's hard. I talk myself out of the mystical all the time, even though I love it, but I always end up at the point of only believe what you see. I love all of that stuff. I love the mystical, the supernatural, the UFO stuff, but really, I'm agnostic to everything. Seeing is believing everything.
I like all that stuff.
Me too. But I really need to experience it for myself to believe it. It's like I love talking religion with people. But when the conversation is done, I'll have deep conversations about what in the Bible and stuff.
And then I don't really believe any of this.
Yeah, at the end of it, when it's done, I'll be like, yeah, but it's probably not true. But I won't tell them that, because a lot of people need that inspiration. But for me, I'd be like, yeah, probably not true. But hopefully, especially for people of faith like that, I hope that they haven't wasted their time on believing that, their afterlife and all that stuff. I hope it's true for them. Me, more scientific energy. You know, yeah, I'm not gonna die because my energy will get recycled. How it's recycled, I have no control over it.
Well, here's a little quote for you, Harry. I found somebody posted. Oh, what did I do with it? So good too.
Like, I would love to get beamed up by that UFO behind me.
Why? I'm not going anywhere like that.
Because then it would be real.
You really have to go up there to have it be real?
Yep.
Way, Jose. No way. I ain't like that, Harry. I don't need to touch fire to know it's hot.
I hear that. But fire is right in front of you, and fire is hot.
It don't even need to be in front of me, Harry. Down the street, if there's a fire going, I don't need to go near it to know. Well, I wonder if that's a hot fire. No.
Right. But that's real.
I don't need to get beamed up by UFOs to believe they're UFOs.
No, yeah, but right. So for me, yeah, UFO, unidentified, cool. But I want to identify it. I want to know it.
Why?
To
See, I
make
don't
it
get
real. I like real.
There's no such thing as real. Everything is.
You're right.
Everything is the Matrix.
You're right. Everything is probably, you know. What was it? I heard a theory. There's a hologram theory that where our world is a hologram. And I was like, how do you get? I mean, you have to really think this thought out.
Well, I don't think we're a hologram because I think that's limited thinking. But I think there's probably alternate universes.
Oh,
and I'll just let it stand. I'll just let that stand. Because sometimes you fall through. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes you fall through and you dream or you connect to something and you're like, oh, I did this before. Or it's very similar to what I know, but I don't know how I know it.
Right, because right, deja vu is caught up in the quantum, right? And I get it. I get that theory, and by the science, it makes sense.
I gotta find me a quantum physicist to come on the show.
Yeah,
and I think that'd be a good conversation. I'm gonna look for one. There's some at Yale, aren't there? There's a bunch at Yale. I'll find one. I asked somebody, you know any good quantum physics to come on and talk about quantum physics?
Yeah, but you know what? Get one that
a little loony.
Yeah, that has an imagination.
All right.
Okay. It'll make it more interesting.
Yeah.
No, but
might scare the bejesus out of us, and then we're like, why did we do that? Why did we do that?
Get one of the TED Talks, guys.
Oh, Lord. All right, it's time for us to go. I'm back tomorrow. Aya Beckler Swanson is the guest tomorrow at 10:15. She's the new director of the Concat Incubator Lab. So I'm looking forward to talking to her. See what she's up to. And then Friday, Elm Shakespeare, because they've got Elm Shakespeare Festival coming up. And
when does Criminal Justice come back?
September.
First week, third week.
Know.
Is it something like that?
Send Jeff a text. I'll ask him.
No, never mind. He'll send you
the whole season.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
We'll
And you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.